So what's up? What's going on, everybody? It's J.A. Salute to everybody for tuning in for today's video. Now, I know we've been highly critical of Adidas as of lately, as we should be, but they got an upcoming release that has not only caught my attention, but it's actually on my radar. So while this pair alone cannot redeem Adidas, it's a step in the right direction and most definitely a W for the company. Plus, Complex, they dropped their top 10 sneakers of the year, so you won't believe what they picked coming in at number 1. But to kick off today's video, we're gonna start with the release of the day. So we finally had the official sneakers drop of the Nike Off-White Air Terraforma. These joints dropped in a white as well as wheat colorway. So you got the higher boot-like cut on this sneaker. Plus on the side, you got some suede material. And then you got the exposed stitching, which makes out the Nike swoosh logo. Now, on the bottom of this shoe, of course, you got the spikes, which also attribute to its boot-like design. So these, of course, are said to be Virgil's first all-original, newly designed Nike silhouette. So personally, I'm digging these joints, but what do y'all think about them? I personally prefer the wheat colorway over the white. Now, these pairs did sell out today, so we'll see how well they age over time, but I gotta give Nike props for doing something different and bringing something new to the table. And the new colorway for the New Balance 9060 has surfaced in this lovely beef and broccoli colorway. So the 9060 is a new silhouette that debuted from New Balance this year. It features that running aesthetic upper infused with a more chunky like sole, almost drawing comparisons to the YEEZY 500. This pair features that thick, rough suede, and these look good, but I just feel like New Balance has so much more heat dropping that I'll probably pass on these joints, but these are a great colorway nonetheless. Expect these to drop sometime in 2023. So the good old folks over at Complex, they dropped their top 10 sneakers of the year list. And when it comes to mainstream outlets that cover sneakers, Complex is probably as big as it gets. So their top 10 list, although we may disagree with their opinions, it is almost kind of like the Oscars, of the sneaker awards, if you may say. So their list actually debuted during Complex Con. They actually came up with the whole entire list, and then they had a panel which featured, they had Jadakiss, DJ Clark Kent, I can't remember the girl's name, I'm sorry. And then they had Jim Jones on there, hosted by Joe LaPuma, of course. So they already had the list set in stone, but then they had the panel to kind of check the list, and they could make any type of changes they wanted to it. That way that everybody could come to a consensus. Now, the worst part about the entire list is the sneaker that they actually picked at number 1, which they had the Louis Vuitton Air Force One. So we do respect, the history behind it, the storytelling, the fact that Virgil, put it all together. So we get that. It's just the fact that the retail on these joints was like over $3,000, and then the pairs that auctioned off were going for like 100,000, made this a sneaker release that was just totally unobtainable, for your average sneakerhead. So with the high retail price point on it, I feel like you can't put those joints at number 1. Now, out of the entire top 10 list, they only had 2 non-Nike sneakers on there. So they had the New Balance Joe Freshgood joints, which are well-deserved. Joe Freshgood, salute to you, bro. Like, keep doing your thing. And then they had the Gucci Gazelle Adidas joints on there. So it's kind of crazy to think out of the entire top 10 sneakers of the whole year, only 2 non-Nike pairs made the list. But then when you kind of look back at it, I can't really be too mad at the list, because with YEEZY out of the picture, Nike kind of has a monopoly on the entire sneaker game. So let me know what y'all think. Is Nike really running the sneaker game like that? In terms of the top 10 sneakers of the year, I feel like they easily could have threw something from Salehi Bembury on there. And with the type of year that New Balance has been having and have been having in the past couple of years, I feel like they were well deserving to have at least more than one entry on the top 10 list. So let me know what y'all think down below. All right, so Adidas. Now, there have been images of this Adidas sample that have been floating around for a couple of days now. Now, when I first saw these images, the sneaker immediately caught my attention. And then when I took a closer look at them, I feel like these joints are actually super fire. And this might be, quite possibly, the best Adidas sneaker since the YEEZY. And as of today, these joints will officially be releasing next month. So I'm talking about the new Adidas Sean Wotherspoon joints. I mean, check these out. Like, how can y'all not like these joints? So taking a look at them, of course, I feel like the first comparisons that came to my mind were the Wave Runners. And I feel like that's what makes this sneaker so good. One of the key highlights of the Wave Runner was it was a sneaker that you couldn't really tell what era it was from. Was it from the past? Is it from the present day? Is it a sneaker from the future, as quoted by one of the lead designers of the Wave Runner, Steven Smith? So while in the past, Adidas feels like they have done blatant ripoffs, as some would say, of YEEZY designs, this one feels a lot more organic. So first of all, you got the genius Sean Wotherspoon behind this design. Now, I shouldn't have to tell y'all much about Sean. You should already know he's a legend in the sneaker game. Second of all, this is actually a new Adidas silhouette. Now, I'm not gonna butcher the name. Y'all can just read it on the screen here. But this is actually a new silhouette. It debuted this year, and the whole model is actually designed to be inspired behind like 90s aesthetic running type of sneakers. So in terms of the color blocking on this model, it gives me that tropical summer retro Miami type of feel, the same vibe that I got from the Wave Runner. So with Sean behind these, you know, he had to throw on some crazy material, so you got a layer of corduroy on these joints as well. So being as that these look great, they got good color blocking, and you got my man Sean Wotherspoon behind this design, I feel like this is a home run for Adidas, and most definitely a release that I'm checking for. So as of today, Sean Wotherspoon did confirm via Instagram that these joints will be dropping next month. So we're starting off the year with a great release from Adidas, something that they definitely need, as you guys know, with the news of Yeezys rumored to be dropping as early as January, non-branded Yeezys or Adizis or whatever y'all are calling them. Adidas definitely needs some good press, and they need some good upcoming releases. So I feel like this is definitely one of those, and a rare W for Adidas actually. So let me know what you guys think about these joints, as well as everything covered here in today's video. We're gonna wrap things up, man. Salute to everybody for tuning in. I'm JA. Of course, make sure y'all stay safe, stay blessed. I'm out, y'all. Love.